So Adam Schiff, the shifty boy, it's in trouble. So Eric Ciaramella, the whistleblower tied to Trump's 2019 impeachment, is back in the spotlight again over Adam Schiff's Ukraine's connection. Uh oh. There's the video.
As on the House Intel Committee. Cash,
Wait.
not a report.
There you go.
That report about Ciaramella was correct. And now we know Ciaramella worked directly with Biden on Ukraine affairs. In fact, one of my sources, former diplomat and now wrongfully sanctioned Andrei Telashchenko, was in the room with Ciaramella when a Ukrainian contingent met with Obama and Biden to discuss Ukraine affairs.
Ooh.
Ciaramella was an Obama-Biden guy.
Yeah.
He colluded with Schiff. The implications I raise at the end of my broadcast from the White House briefing room stands today more than ever. Schiff is indeed in deep trouble.
Yeah.
And the one person in all of Washington who knows this story inside and out is, of course, my friend and now FBI Director Kash Patel.
Kash.
A man who debunked the entire Russia hoax while working as a senior aide for Congressman Devin Nunes on the House Intel Committee. Kash not only remembers, he has very strong feelings about what needs to happen to Adam Schiff.
He should be investigated because he lied to the world about his interactions with Ciaramella, who is a whistleblower, and I can't stress it enough, that started a presidential impeachment.
Kash knew all this, but there was only so much he could do back then. Now that's not the case. Mark my words. Schiff will see the gallows of Kash's FBI.
The gallows.
The gallows, that is. So Godspeed, Kash. Director Patel, you have our full support. Is the Doge chainsaw cutting too close to the bone?
Yeah. He's gonna have to do better. I mean, Kash is just, the new guy in there. He was kind of let down with that Epstein files. It's kind of let down, but I know that he's probably still working on it, and I'm pretty sure there's some sort of shadow government or shadow FBI behind the FBI's, But Schiff, it's in deep trouble. Look, this is what Schiff was saying.
Last week, the Senate tragically confirmed Kash Patel to be FBI director.
Yeah.
But in case you missed it, the president just appointed this guy to be his number 2.
You hear that House on Fire song? It's one of his old songs. This guy's on fire, just like the Bailey song. That house on fire. He is on fire, Schiff. 100% success rate of failing.
That's Dan Bongino, right-wing conspiracy theorist, podcaster. He's going to be the number 2
Look at that smug. Man, how could people vote for this lying POS?
Kash Patel. This is a guy who has zero experience at the FBI.
Yeah.
He has not worked
You're going to be in
day
trouble
in his life for the FBI. Bear in mind, we have not had a deputy director of the FBI who was not a long-term veteran of the Bureau in over 100 years.
Really?
And there's a reason for that. This number 2 position has access and buy-in on some of the most sensitive operations the FBI does. That is when they engage in surveillance, like electronic surveillance of organized crime or of foreign spies operating in the United States.
You're scared, buddy.
This is the guy who may be point. He is also a person who's going to have a key responsibility in working with our allies and their intelligence and law enforcement agencies.
He'll do good.
This is someone you need who has experience and character and trust, who has a reputation for being a straight shooter. The last thing we want is a conspiracy.
Why is he looks like he's about to burst of laughing, like he knows something that we don't know. That kind of face look, but
theorist.
He's a weasel.
What is this guy known for? How did he come to the attention of Donald Trump? He's known for his conspiracy theories. He's known for
that turned out to be right. Conspiracy theory that turned out to be right.
Lie that Donald Trump won the 2020 election when he lost. He's known for being a COVID disinformation super spreader.
which it turned out to be true. Schiff boy.
Notwithstanding, he got the vaccine himself. This is a guy who is also a Russia denier.
Which turned out to be true. Oh my goodness, we can do this all day.
This is the qualifications now necessary to reach high office. He's going to be...
Well, Biden's qualifications different. You know, it's different than Trump.
Working with Kash Patel. He's going to be focused on political payback.
I hope so.
And while he's doing the political payback, guess what he's not going to be focused on? He's not going to be focused on going after fentanyl traffickers. He's not going to be focused on going after murderers. And
oh, so you're afraid that he's going to go after you for all the wrongdoing that you've done?
Violent criminals and gangs.
Yeah.
He's not going to be focused on what matters to you. He's going to be focused on the political...
Well, what matters to me is you to be in jail and prosecuted.
Vendettas of Donald Trump. And in case you don't think he's ready to move on and focus on the American people's priorities, here's what he had to say.
I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want to move on.
So that's the scoop.
I don't want to move on either. Schiff is shaking his boots. Shaking his boots when you are so full of... You need 2 extra ale. Oh, man. What are you saying here?
Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years.
True.
Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump. Talk about someone who was conflicted out of the game because he was part of the hoax that brought Ciaramella in, manufactured that false accusation, and then peddled it out to the world, and he continued, not surprising, he's lied about almost everything in his life.
Yeah, he did.
But now he lied just to set up a presidential impeachment. And that's what I was talking about, these disinformation campaigns. He should be investigated because he lied to the world about his interactions with Ciaramella, who is a whistleblower, and I can't stress it enough, that started a presidential impeachment.
Yeah, true. And we're counting on you, Kash. Do not let us down, Mr. Kash. Okay, so Adam Schiff is a chicken hawk who preys on young men. He literally murdered one with a drug overdose. That case was rigged, and he used our tax dollars to settle several gay harassment cases. Oh wow! I don't know about that one. I haven't heard that one before. Let's hear it.
So there's no legal basis for the CIA to withhold the documents that are being requested. There's no privilege that attaches, and there's no classified information because there are no classified documents surrounding Hunter Biden and his laptop. As I said when I was the Director of National Intelligence publicly on October 19th of 2020, Hunter Biden's laptop is not Russian disinformation. That was the official position of the intelligence community. And yet, despite that, there was this coordinated campaign to mislead the American people and the American voter right before the election. Many people played a role in that. Democratic, politicians like Adam.
I mean, everyone was involved in that, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitter at the time. Yeah, so
Schiff and the current Secretary of State and the media that supports them and the Department of Justice and the FBI, but clearly the intelligence community, specifically the CIA, played a role in that. These 51 former intelligence officials, not only put out this letter that was deliberately false and intentionally intended to mislead the American voter, but the facts and evidence show now, Rachel, that they had help within the CIA, with actual CIA employees who supported and solicited signatures for a letter that they knew to be false and was contrary to the official position of the intelligence community. So, I think, I'm glad that there's focus on this. There's been so much, talk about a two-tiered system of justice and the role that the Department of Justice and the FBI played here. but there ought to be focus on the intelligence community because both in 2016 and in 2020, you did have attempts to interfere with the election. You know, I declassified John Brennan's notes from 2016 where he briefed President Obama, Vice President Biden, and the entire Obama administration that it was not the Russians, but Hillary Clinton that created the Russia collusion narrative. And then in 2020, the Hunter Biden laptop interference.
Yep, that's true. So I thought he was going to talk about Adam Schiff being using tax dollars to settle several gay harassment cases. But yeah, Adam Schiff, boy, you better run. Look at him. This Adam Schiff is a liar. Adam Schiff is a leaker. Adam Schiff is an a-hole. Don't be Adam Schiff. Don't be like him. I want to see Adam Schiff. He's got Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. It's awesome. Oh, gee. Gitmo awaits. I don't know. We have to see. He is protected, though, for being a representative, you know. There's some sort of immunity, which is it's not fair, but it is what it is. But all right, well, until next time.